Hello, friends. Welcome to Squared Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be setting up the month of February in my memory planner. We'll decorate a monthly spread and a currently page in a cute seasonal theme. So come plan with me. And I've got these washi tapes here ready to go, along with a couple of Happy Planner sticker books, this Planny Thing sticker book, this Aesthetic Plans sticker book, Live Love Posh sticker book, and Anna B Paper Co sticker book, which I'll pull from. Okay, I've got a fresh sheet of wax paper ready to go, and I'm also going to use some fresh tape since mine was no longer sticking at all. And I'm going to lay out the pages that I think I'm going to use for this theme. The only sticker I needed from that winter sticker book from Happy Planner was that February. And then from the Aesthetic Plan sticker book, I'm pulling out this full sheet sticker that I'm going to be using as a background. So I'm just going to rip up the edge here and place it in the sidebar, I think. I was going to put it underneath the wax paper, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm just going to commit and lay it down into the sidebar right now. I liked that the colors were the red and green. I know it's meant probably more for Christmas, but I pulled it in and thought it would work well with these florals that I'm going to be using from the beautifully lined Live Love Posh sticker book in the pink and the green. I think that the colors in these florals will really work well with that background. And then I also have some other Valentine's Day stickers that I'll be bringing in that have a little bit of red to them, which I think will really, again, kind of pull in some of the background that I'm using there from the Aesthetic Plans sticker book. So I grabbed a couple of the florals, and now I'm going to pull in some hearts from the Planny Thing sticker book, along with maybe some of these Valentine's Day XO stickers from, I think that is the seasonal teacher sticker book from a while back. I will link all of the sticker books down below, and if they don't exist anymore, I'll still include the name of them in case you want to go on a hunt and find mission. I like to do that for all of my videos, so if you are ever watching, do check the video description for any items that you might want that you saw me use in that video, and hopefully that link will be there for you. Most of the time I do add all of the links that I can think of from the video setup. So I'm going to pull a little bit more of that background paper into this last corner of the month. There are a bunch of empty days at the front of the month and then just this one at the back. So I'm going to take advantage of that extra space at the top, but I also wanted to bring a little bit more of the florals down to the bottom as well for balance. I'm bringing in another cluster there, and now I'm going to hopefully work in some of these hearts. One thing I was noticing on the outlined hearts that the pink was a little bit more fuchsia in tone than the pinks in the florals. Kind of the same with the XO stickers. That pink is a lot softer and more blue toned than the florals. But I went ahead and just used it anyway. I thought that that was close enough, but the fuchsia was just another shade of pink that I thought was just too much pink. So I ended up changing those out. And in the meantime, I'm pulling in some of the washi that I pulled. This washi, this pattern washi, was just released from Planny Thing in her washi subscription box. So I was pleasantly just surprised to see that it was very pink and green heavy, which is just going to work perfectly for this spread. And now I'm just trying to see if there's another little corner I can add up here. Again, more for balance. on the spread. So I just cut out a little piece and we'll plop that in there. I didn't want to cover up the word Saturday, but I did want to cover up the year. So I'm just going to angle it so that you can see all of Saturday there, and then move those washi tape strips in a little bit closer to the corner. And I was thinking to add some washi maybe on the interior boxes here. Although I will be using this for my memory keeping, so each box will have a memory setup in there. Those should be really full looking at the end of the month, even though there's not a lot inside of the main area, the functional area right now. I'm okay with leaving it more sparse in there because it will get filled up throughout the month. And I did want to bring in a little bit of that red, so I went back into my washi stash and found this thin red washi that was just the right shade of red that I had. I don't have much red washi in my stash, so I went ahead and brought that in and just kind of layered it in with those patterned washis and like the look of that. I was originally going to stick with a just pink and green theme, but I did want to bring in some seasonal Valentine's Day vibes, so that's kind of what led to that third red color coming in. I've started out by whiting out the February word there at the top because I didn't want it to show halfway behind the paper sticker background. So I've covered that up with some dry line. Now I'm going to go ahead and backtrack and put in some white gel pen over the black lines on those empty days, just so it's a little bit nicer behind the florals and things I'm going to be dropping in there. I'll have to pick the side up too, just to clean out behind it, but I think it's worth it in the end. Definitely looks a lot nicer when I'm all done. I'm going to drop in that washi tape now at the very bottom. Sorry, that's slightly off camera. That skinny washi being layered on top of other washis did not want to stay down. So I think at some point I add some glue and just try to make sure that it adheres well enough. Sometimes washi has a bit of like a waxy coating on it, and when that's the case, usually they don't like to layer as well. So I'll just use a little bit of my glue stick to help adhere that to the other washis. So we moved on to the right side. I've dropped in the corner at the bottom, and now I'm going to drop in this top corner here. Already dry lined out the 2025 header, and now I just trimmed off the excess in that corner to make it fit well. Just drop in these other stickers up here at the top. Kind of positioning them across the spine, kind of reset the hearts there. And that should pretty much do it here for the monthly. Try to cement down the stickers now that they're all placed, and do any trimming I see that I kind of missed or needs to be done just to clean things up. And I'm loving the way that that looks. So let's move on to the back page, which is going to be turned into my currently page here. I am using inserts from my shop. I have a Etsy shop with printables, in case you've never heard of me. I am using the lined monthly, but it comes with a notes page at the end so that I can use that for my currently page. So I'm just going to basically set it up as a currently, and first off I will add more of that background paper sticker from Squaird Plans, kind of match up the theme with the inside monthly area. And now I'm bringing in some boxes where I'll be doing the currently prompts. And I'm looking through the Planny Thing sticker book right now for those boxes. This one is All You Need Is Love, I believe is the name of the sticker book. And it came out a couple of years ago, so it's probably not going to be available. But again, I will still link it down below. Sometimes sticker shops will refill or restock certain books. So just in case, I'll have that there. And now I'm going to pull in some of these florals again, just trying to find a good home for them. I've got 4 to 5 boxes there. I cut one of the long green boxes in half, and I'll use that on the edges for a double box. I also have the XOXO quote, which I'll bring in for, again, that consistency and repetition with the monthly page. And now I'm in the Anna Bean sticker book, pulling in those currently prompts, including the header that I'll be using there at the top. I'll also add in the individual box headers. I'm just going to pull the ones that I think work the best for me to track. I did pretty much the same ones last month, but I varied 1 or 2 of them just to keep things interesting. I now have a collection section in my planner where I track a lot of my reading, the books I'm reading and all that, as well as movies and TV I'm watching. But I like having it in here as well, those items, just so I know what month I was actually reading certain things or watching certain things. A lot of the inserts that I use in my collection section don't have a dated area, so I would kind of have to track that down. So I really like the idea of having it here again on the currently, which I've been doing for many, many years, just kind of tracking the media by month on what I'm consuming online or in a book form. Anyway, long story short, that's why I usually add those categories to every currently page. And then I've also added in a listening to and eating. And then also this month I've added in organizing because I'm hoping to get started on that spring cleaning time in February at some point. So I've added in those florals, added some clusters together to make a little bit more of a bunchy vibe, which I really like. And now I'm bringing in the hearts and the XO quotes. Just gotta find a good home for them. I did realize that I was missing something a little bit into this part of the setup, that I needed that washi tape as well to be added in. So I do set this up trying to fill in some of the gaps I saw, and then realized I also need to add in that washi. I'm going to jump over to that and find a home for a couple of strips layered up like I did on the previous spread. Like that at the bottom. I need to find some room here at the top though for another set. Again, more for balance. Just adjusting the positioning of those boxes a bit so it gives me a bit more room. And layering those stickers on top of each other where needed. That's kind of working. We'll put in that skinny washi again. Hopefully it will stick down. And I just want to crop that one a little bit. Okay, this is looking good. Just have this little hole here that I want to try to fill up with the XO sticker. But I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and move these over to the page. I will start off by whiting out the notes box here using the dry line. I did realize that it kind of picks itself back up when I go over it. I don't know if I'm just pushing too hard or if that's kind of a flaw with this dry liner. So That was a little bit annoying as we were going through. Something I hadn't noticed before. Let's start with the biggest piece here, this background, and see if I can get it moved over and aligned properly. I'm going to try to line it up nicely to the edge, trim off any excess there at the top, and then move over some of the other bigger items. The main thing with these pre-cut stickers is making sure that they're flush with the page edge. That's always tricky. I do like to cut my own stickers off. So like here at the top, I just find that it's easier to work with and gives me a little more freedom to use the stickers how I want versus kind of being locked into a certain position on the spread. But that said, I do really love the Live Love Posh stickers, so I definitely just, make it work and work with what I'm given, if you know what I mean. Dropping in the last boxes over here, getting the positioning right, lining up those stickers and the washi. That all looks good. I'm going to go ahead and do the trimming now. Saving any big pieces that I might be able to use in a future spread. Cementing it down with my little sticker spatula. That's linked down below in the description as well under my favorite things in case you're curious about that. And doing this final trim up, making sure everything is nice and flush with the edge of the page. And that all looks good. Last but not least, we're going to try to punch out these stickers from the holes. And I'm going to be brave and try to use my Happy Planner punch, which is known for its temperamentality. But I think it'll do okay because it's all a very thick paper strip versus, thin papers or being too thick. And of course it wasn't perfect, but I did get it out safe and sound, which was the most important part. So just clean up one of the holes and that should do it for us, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.